Hi, it's another day. Uh, and last night I talked quite a bit about the cost of illness. And in my blog, I talked about the financial cost. I compared some prices for insulin and metformin and uh, Basaglar, the Basaglar insulin, the Lantus insulin, and metformin. And then I went through and just gave a cost of the Ozempic, Trulicity, and Victoza, which were three other shots that I was on. Today I want to talk about the physical cost. There's a physical cost to illness. We've all seen people, they don't feel good, they're run down, they're tired. Those are some of the physical costs of illness. Type 2 diabetes and type 1 diabetes have some things in common. One of those things, especially for type 2, is amputation. That is a physical cost for illness. Blindness, that is a physical cost for illness, type 2 diabetes in particular. I had a friend with type 1 diabetes who went blind in one eye. There are physical costs. We have increased chances for heart disease and cancers and all kinds of things. And those physical costs add up. They add up to sick time. They add up to increased medical costs, increased hospitalizations for the different things that we have to deal with. Obviously, not getting type 2 diabetes is the best choice. But if you have it, you need to think about these physical costs. And if you're fine with it, great. But I'm not fine with getting a leg amputated or a toe or any part of my body. So that's why I am working on change, because I don't want to have to pay that cost. To me, that cost is greater than the cost of medication. Although the cost of medication, as we discussed yesterday is on the blog, is pretty great. I mean, even with insurance, we're looking at hundreds of dollars a month for medication, plus the cost of insurance. And I know I hear it, and you've heard it, and I keep saying it, you'll hear politicians, oh, I got the cost of insulin lowered. When I look at the costs of insulin, I don't see those costs lowered. And there are ways to get some of your insulin or different medications free of charge if you are without insurance. I was able to get Basaglar and Trulicity for a couple of years because I had no insurance. And the Lilly Corporation, if your income is below $80,000 a year for a family, I believe, you can get your insulin and other medications that they produce free of charge. But getting back to that physical cost, there are, and I've just named a couple of things, heart disease and amputations and cancer and blindness, and there are just so many things. I can't remember them all. I will list them in my blog. Just so many things that can go wrong when you have type 2 diabetes. Neuropathy, peripheral neuropathy. I have it very bad in my feet, and it's moved to my hands. Some days I have trouble turning pages in a book or typing the right letters, which is difficult for me because I'm a writer and I use my keyboard a lot to write. That physical cost leads to what we're going to talk about tomorrow, which is the emotional and the mental health cost. Because the financial and the physical lead you down a path. And that next part of the path is the mental health part. And so look forward for that video tomorrow. But for tonight, as I like to say, don't beat yourself up for past mistakes. You are good enough. You can be well. Until tomorrow, good night.